once was. Leadership can be a painful and lonely road. I pray that as you listen to each letter that follows, you will know that many women of my age and stage are rooting for you. I hope that as you learn of my own personal experiences and struggles, you will draw strength, wisdom and courage for your journey. Part 1. Learning to use your voice. Letter 1. Proclamation. Dear Joe, I'm sitting in a cafe in London, near St Mary Woolnoth, where John Newton spent the last years of his life preaching. From here, he influenced William Wilberforce, Charles Simeon, Hannah More, and many others. I'm writing today because I want to share with you something that I think is really important for your growth as a leader and for this rising generation of Christians. It's the power of words, and for the Christian specifically, the power of proclamation. It has become fashionable in some circles to quote the famous words attributed to St Francis of Assisi: preach the gospel at all times. When necessary, use words. But we see throughout the New Testament and from early church history onward that words have always been indispensable. Words are powerful. We need the ministry of proclamation. We need to hear the word of God preached with fire. And whether or not you are called to evangelize or even to speak in public, you are called to proclaim. It has never been more urgent to redress the disillusionment with preaching. Abuses of the gift have meant that we have grown weary and suspicious. But I am praying for a displacing of this ennui, with a resurgent hunger for the fire and light of Christ coming to us through the preached word. Proclamation, said Dr. Martin Lloyd-Jones, is theology coming through a man who is on fire. I think he should have included women, but the point stands. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, the German pastor and theologian killed by Hitler's regime, speaks of the living encounter with Jesus through preaching. It is not a medium of expression for something else, something that lies behind it, but rather it is Christ himself walking through his congregation as the Word. That is something to hunger for and to experience regularly. Christ, the living Word, walking through his congregation. Don't give up on proclamation, both hearing it and doing it. There are more speeches in the book of Acts than in many other historical books of the era, such as the writings of Thucydides and Herodotus. According to one scholar, this is because Luke, the author of Acts, is chronicling a historical movement that was carried forth in the main by evangelistic preaching. This distinguished his work from that of other historians who are more interested in the macro-historical events involving wars, political manoeuvrings and the like. The early Christians knew that the power of God was closely connected to proclamation. The Acts of the Apostles records the process by which the message of Jesus advances through the whole world. Core elements of this are proclamation of the gospel, miraculous signs, and care for the poor. Proclamation of the truth matters. Don't lose heart over this. Don't let the charlatans, celebrities, or profiteers rob you of enjoying this gift, whether you serve by using it or receive by regularly listening to it. In my own life and leadership,